well, a new drug is getting a lot of attention right now after several studies showed fairly dramatic weight loss results.
This kind of progress comes at a crucial time, too. A recent study showed 39% of Americans gained weight during the pandemic, and 10% of them put on more than 12.5 pounds. Now, obesity puts people at higher risk for some 200 medical conditions, so this is all very serious business. Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford is an obesity medicine physician scientist at Mass General and Harvard Medical School. Dr. Stanford, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with what we know about this drug, which is actually approved to treat type 2 diabetes, right?
Right, that's correct. So what we do know about this drug is this is the first drug that we've seen in history that garners over 20% total body weight loss. That is quite dramatic. That is rivaling what we see in metabolic and bariatric surgery. And this particular drug is a combination of two different types of agents. We call a GLP-1 agonist, which stands for glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor agonist. And it adds a new element that we have yet seen, which is called a GIP, or gastric inhibitory peptide. So we're really excited about this combination and what it can do for cardiometabolic health for individuals with both diabetes, and then subsequently we hope this gets approved for obesity.
And what researchers found is pretty impressive. Those taking the highest doses lost as much as 21% of their body weight. How does that work?
Yeah, so what this drug does is it really acts on the most important organ that regulates our weight, which is the brain. And so it works on the brain by stimulating a pathway that tells us to eat less and store less. And when it does that, people that take the drug will notice that, wait a minute, you know what? I don't have the same cravings or desires. I'm able to be full much quicker. And so gradually over time, they begin to see these really quite dramatic responses for most individuals with regards to that really pronounced amount of weight loss.
Well, I always feel like when there's a big payoff with something like this, there's big risk too. What do we know about any potential safety concerns out there right now?
Yeah, the safety concerns are actually quite minimal. This is much like what we've seen with the GLP-1 agonist. So the key things that we want to watch out for is we wouldn't prescribe this for anyone that has a family history of medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia. Those two types of issues, we would just not use this medication. For anyone also that has a history of chronic pancreatitis, we would be very cautious for the use of this medicine. The side effect profile is typically GI side effects. So nausea is by far the most common side effect associated with the medication. You might see things like constipation or diarrhea, those types of things. But overall, the side effect profile is quite favorable.
A lot of times when we talk about weight loss, we focus on how we look and how we feel. But why is it important to kind of change the conversation about this condition?
I think it's important for us to recognize that obesity is not an aesthetic disease. It's actually a disease that leads to those over 200 things that you guys mentioned earlier, 200 types of diseases that we know. And when we're looking at weight and weight loss, we're looking at how does it improve one's cardiometabolic health, not just will they look better in a swimsuit. That's not at all our goal. So what we're doing is we do a deep dive. We want to look at, one's cholesterol profile, whether or not they have fatty liver disease. Do they have elevated glucose or insulin levels? These are the things we're looking at. And when we use these medications that produce these types of results, we typically see most of these issues, if not all, resolved.
Okay, Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford, thank you so much for joining us with that important information.
Thank you so much for having me.